What's your reaction to that, sir?
First of all, I want to thank all of you for agreeing to be here to give us our right of reply, which NBC has created for us by their operational guidelines as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The accusation should be pegged in the appropriate order. The accusation was made by Mr. Darlington Oji, who parades himself as the CTC chairman of Ikwerre Local Government Council, and Mr. Dennis Amadi, who also parades himself as the chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Ikwerre Local Government. So you need to let the public know what we're doing so it doesn't look vague. It's unfortunate that we've gotten to where we've gotten to. This issue has been averted, if not for the high-handedness of the governor of Rivers State, Governor Siminalayi Fubara, who have decided to disobey all non-democratic tenets. Every judgment of court that he does not agree with, that's not in his favor, he does not uphold. The worst of it all is that, to be precise, yesterday, the governor called Mr. Darlington and his colleagues to government house after he failed to convince civil servants, the HAG and HPN, who he initially called for a meeting in government house, that they should accept to take the running of council and behind cooperate with those he wants to take over council on the date he has fixed for election, 5th of October, so that they can fund them and concoct a result and say they have conducted the local government election, which is going to be a subject of another day's discourse. And when the civil servants looked at the government and said, we will not be part of those that will break the laws of Nigeria, because there's a judgment of Supreme Court that says clearly that it's only Section 7.1 that should stand. The only elected officials should manage the affairs of local government. That judgment was given on the 11th day of July. Because the governor failed in that, the governor called his cohorts, his boys, Darlington Oji, Chioki, and said, you go back and continue to insist, have immunity, have security attached to me, operations team is with me, special squad is with me, have army, have civil defense, have everything, I'll back you. Go and make sure that you stamp your foot in all the 23 local government council as CTC chairman. Now, to tell you that the narrative presented by Darlington Oji was a deceit to the public, you can see in Obiapo, Chidioke is talking about health care program by Ministry of Health. It's not talking about palliative. Why in the Ikwerre local government, Darlington Oji is deceiving himself that it is the presidential palliative brought by Mr. President that he was intending to distribute. That's not correct. Well, let's put the record straight. Palliative have been shared in the time past. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our father, president of all of us, is not the first person that has released palliative to us. Remember, President Buhari released palliative in several fronts. When we had COVID, when we had other issues, including this hunger. And then, as a serving chairman, this Darlington was my chief of staff. He knows that there's a template of which palliative are shared to community so that it will be apolitical. The template is simple. You must have a committee of CDC chairmen of all the wards. You must have representatives of women group. You must have representatives of faith-based organization. You must have traditional rulers representative. You must have security agents representative. You will gather them in a center. They will sign this palliative word by word, and they will go and distribute it. Now, in Ikwerre local government, a few days ago, we saw an announcement by Darlington Oji, signed precisely on the 17th day of July. That is almost 6 days after Supreme Court judgment. declaring that he does not exist and should not parade himself. He signed a publication asking that he wants to do his personal empowerment as a local government chairman. He wants to empower the people because they are looking for an avenue to retire the funds Governor Fubara seized from elected local government chairmen for 3 months and that he gave to them because they know a time to account for that money will come. And so he decides to say that he wants to do empowerment where he will put money in the envelope and share to people. And when we got that notice, what got us interested was Mr. Dennis Amadi, who said that he's still the chairman of PDP in the Ikwerre local government. And we saw a very big aberration on it. As law-abiding citizens, we decided to write the security agents. We wrote to the commissioner of police, we wrote to the area commander and all DPOs in the Ikwerre local government and attached the Supreme Court judgment and also attached other documents to show to them that these people are trying to create crisis in our local government. We have a PDP chairman in the name of Barrister Osoluchi Nwobodo. And Barrister Osoluchi Nwobodo is the one the People's Democratic Party has given the mandate to run People's Democratic Party. You cannot gather people and fix a PDP banner and say you're doing empowerment when you don't hold that office. And the area commander said he's going to call his attention and tell them to desist from it. But Darlington told the area commander that no Supreme Court is above the governor of Rivers State, and the governor has given the mandate to go ahead as the CTC chairman of the local government, and nobody can stop him. Today, as if it was a joke, Naira went to Rumodamaya and gathered Rumodamaya Ospak and gathered all the criminals that has fought us since 2015 who were involved in kidnapping and killing. Most notorious, Oscar Wele from Ubima, Africa, and others too numerous to mention. Gathered all of them, and the worst of it, his CSO, who is facing a 3-murder count charge, who killed 3 persons from Rummaking community, who as we speak is wanted. His own brother who went in that action has been arrested by the IG's team. Is the one he made CSO. And they gathered this men with government house security agents and one Chief Mike Kenichi and the Moka in their company. And they came to the Ikwerre local government and started shooting at people. But what they forgot to know is that the Ikwerre local government has a proper security architecture. Every community is properly policed by local vigilantes. And the local vigilantes took offense that you cannot bring vigilante people outside our community and come and invade us. We will resist it. And that was what happened. To tell you that they were local vigilantes, they didn't want to harm anybody. They did not. What they did was to overpower those criminals who they've been looking for. They ran away and they said, no, don't touch any individual. I challenged Darlington, Mike Kenichi, and Imoka to provide one person that was attacked in today's function. Because it was still them, because they want to hide this matter, that came around and destroyed their own vehicles. They left with their clean vehicles and destroyed vehicles that made no sense so that they can whip up sentiment in the public. It is an old cliche, an old system, old style that everybody public is used to. But there's a very important matter we must discuss. 3 nights ago, Darlington and his master, Edison Ehie, who sent him, Darlington and Chidoke Imumo, and the council representing Darlington and Edison Ehie in our order is Ward 6. Mr. Ogenma, they connived with a company that is in Tanzania to buy off rolls of cable that was meant to do projects in our local government, to be precise, Greater Port Harcourt. In my community, Omawa, as a serving chairman, I have protected those cables for over 6 years. Edison Ehie ordered them with government house police. They came with over 50 government house policemen without name tags. and with over 20 trailers, Sunday morning, loaded these cables, and when we got wind of it, with the support of the Rivers State Police Command, because we raised an alarm, we were able to intercept them in various areas en route to Trasamade. Elemu Police Station, kudos to them. Eneka Police Station, kudos to them. Ivita Police Station, kudos to them. And as we speak, all those cables have been moved to state CID. And the young men we arrested with the crane have confessed that Mr. Darren Tinoji is the one that hired their services. And we are asking, is this the kind of a leader that people should have? A leader that is supposed to provide service to his people? Is the leader that is coming to steal from the people? And we are happy that the city and the DC state CID and other polices are doing their best to make sure that this matter is not swept under the carpet. And no amount of propaganda by government house would make this matter be swept under the carpet. We also informed just this time that the chief of staff to the governor, Mr. Idris Nehi, has bragged that tomorrow he's going to come himself with all the security in the government house to insist that this same program that created crisis in Apani and in Ombrelu today must go ahead in Obima, because he wants to show that if they are in charge and they have government security. One thing they should know, that every rascality has an end. This abuse of the judgment of court, saying that Supreme Court ruling means nothing as far as Sim Fubara is the governor of Rivers State and he has immunity, is a shame to democracy. And we are saying, Mr. President, you are our father, we elected you, we believe in you. We are aware of those holding clandestine meeting with Labour Party members and articulated members to organize protests on 1st of August. Edison Eje is neck deep, Peter Dokubo is neck deep. They are the ones paying money and packaging people. But what they should know, that we are more popular and more in number than them in Rivers State. So their protest is dead on arrival. We want to assure you, Mr. President, none of your palliative has been shared. They are still stuck where they are. They will follow the right process to share the palliative as the law states. Mr. President cannot provide rights for Nigerians and you want to declare it your personal empowerment. If you want to do your personal empowerment, go and get your own grains and share to the people, but not in the name of CTC. We are Rivers people, we are law abiding, and we will continue to be law abiding. Thank you very much and God bless you.